Something.
Or O'Sullivan's or
Yeah.
or O'Connor's.
Oh, what's the no? Wait.
Hello everybody, Fiasco back again today from Disney Springs. I'm joined behind the camera right now by my lovely wife, Haley, and we are hitting up a restaurant we've both never eaten at before, and that is Raglan Road. I'm a huge fan of Cookes of Dublin based on your specific recommendation that I had to go there. And since then I've been back a few times, and every time I love it. So let's see if their big brother or big sister restaurant, whatever you want to call it, can match up to the quick service. But before we get started with this review, let me remind you all the videos that we produce on this channel brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. Our travel experts are standing by to help you plan your perfect next vacation. All that information and more can be found in the description below.
Okay, so we just sat down at Raglan Road, and our service is already so good, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised because apparently everything can be made, like pretty much everything can be made like gluten-free, because it's everything's made from scratch here. So right off the bat, like I'm so happy about that, because I don't know if you guys know, I don't really eat gluten anymore. I'm very sensitive to it, but yeah, I was really happy about that, and it made me think of like everyone who is gluten-free or has an allergy, like maybe if the food is good, come here. But that made me so happy for like myself and everyone. But I am gonna get the braised beef, and hopefully it's good. I'm excited. Here it is. It's the braised beef for $35. And it is a 12-hour braised beef short rib and a reduced wine au jus sauce with colic cannon mashed potatoes, sorry if I didn't pronounce that right, and roasted vegetables, bean, carrots. And I gotta say, this was so good. I've had my fair share of short rib around this area, and I gotta say this is my favorite one, just because there was no fat on it, like at all, barely, and I love that. And it falls right off your fork. It is so good. And the mashed potatoes almost were like crusted. I don't know if is that cauliflower mashed potatoes. I don't know anything about that, but it was so good. The only thing that kind of bummed me out, but not really, it just came out a little cold. But it didn't ruin the meal or anything. It was so good, and like I said, it is my favorite short rib I've had, like in this area. But yeah, it was really good. And also, I do think it was a little pricey. But you know, it's Disney prices, and the thing is, it is really good and it's quality. So I am willing to pay $35 for it. Not all the time. This is a special occasion thing. Definitely not all the time, because that is expensive. But overall, yeah, I would get this again. So good, so delicious.
Okay, so I know my fish and chips, and I know my Irish pubs, because of course me and Haley are both from Boston, Massachusetts, and if we're in an Irish pub, I feel like one thing that they should definitely do perfectly right is fish and chips. So that's what I got. It was $27, and that's their famous premium North Atlantic cod fillet, beer battered and served with chips and fresh tartar sauce. And like Haley mentioned, almost everything on this menu can be prepared gluten-free, because it is a from-scratch kitchen, and this is no exception. You could do this gluten-free if you'd like, but I didn't. I brought on all the gluten. Give me the gluten. All the gluten Haley doesn't want, I will gladly have. Makes it taste better. And this tasted perfect. The fish, the white, flaky Atlantic cod fish, was just... Okay, I don't know why I haven't come here before, but I know why we haven't come here when we were going on vacation, and that's because we were stuck in our ways. We had our favorite restaurants that when we were at any given park or at Disney Springs that we had to visit every time. And let me be a lesson to you that you should deviate from that, because we never did until we moved here. We never tried new things. And this is an example of a place that has been sitting here for as long as we've been going to Disney as a couple, but we've never gone to. This is the best fish and chips I've ever had in Florida. and I really can't remember the last time I had fish and chips this good, and that's coming from someone who came from Boston. And I mean, I would argue that pub restaurants like this one, most densely concentrated place in the entire country, because obviously Ireland, that you would find them in this country, probably Boston. So we're not newcomers to this type of dining. Like, this is places, we've eaten at places like this hundreds of times. And this is among the best pub Irish fish and chips I've ever had. Now, like Haley mentioned, $27. Is that a really, really steep price point for something like fish and chips? Yes, it is. So I'm not gonna find myself coming back here to satisfy every, fried fish craving I have. But will I come back here and order this exact same dish again and not be disappointed? Absolutely. It's worth noting we are here at lunchtime. It's very quiet, very, very tame. But I can imagine this restaurant is one that really pumps the notches up at dinner time with live entertainment, dancing, and all that sort of jazz. It's also a pub, it's a bar. I'm sure people will get, drinking, rowdy, all that sort of stuff, playing the music, clapping along. But if you're looking to try this place and the rowdiness is going to put you off, because that's probably one of the reasons why I took so long to get here, is that's not my vibe, that's not my environment. Here at lunchtime around 1 o'clock, very chill, very quiet. So come try it at lunch if you're trying to avoid that noise. I really recommend it. All right, so our bill, just entrees, the two of us, no desserts, no appetizers, came out to about $71 before tip. So yeah, definitely pretty pricey.
That's a little too pricey for me.
Lunch. Yeah, pricey lunch, but
yeah,
really, really good.
Yeah.
I am gonna come back here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
not all the time, definitely once in a while, because it is expensive. I think I've said that a million times.
But this kind of, like I mentioned when I was talking about my food, this kind of brings up a reoccurring theme that I've realized since living here that I want to pass on to you and your vacation party. If you were like anything like us, every time we went to Magic Kingdom, we had to eat a Jungle Skipper. Mm-hmm. Every time we were at Epcot, we had to do Tepanito or Via Napoli. Every time we were in Disney Springs, we had to do Rainforest Cafe or Boathouse. Mm-hmm. We were stuck in our ways. But since living here, we've gone on the mission to try everything.
Proud of us.
I recommend you start doing the same. And I know it's hard because there were times where we were planning a vacation and we had a new restaurant we wanted to try. And then the vacation got closer and closer and we were like, no, screw that. And I delete the reservation to book the ones that we knew we liked.
And I think it's a lot harder for people who come on vacation because they planned what they're going to eat, and everything. They know what they like. And especially on vacation. You
don't want to miss out. You feel FOMO.
Yeah, and it's expensive too, to just try new things on vacation because you're going to be spending a lot of money while you're here.
Yeah.
It's Disney. So I get why people go back to their... we do the same thing like you just said.
Yeah.
But I am happy that we did try something new. And I think that next time you guys are on vacation, you should also try a different restaurant that you normally wouldn't. And let us know what you think of it, because that's fun.
Yeah,
it
try Raglan Road,
I think. It's a good experience, yeah.
I say try Raglan Road.
Get over here at least, once while you're here and just try it, because it's so good. Really is good. Especially
if you like that Boston pub food type place. This reminded me most of that I've had
for sure
so far.
And a downtown restaurant in Boston.
Yeah.
What is it? I don't know.
Patty's or O'Sullivan's or O'Connor's.
What's wait. What is the restaurant in Castle Island, Sullivan's? Have you been there? Anyone from Massachusetts or not from Massachusetts, if you've been there, they're only open for a short amount of time. And when they are, that line is ridiculous and you got to get in it because it's so good. I miss that place now.
I'm
thinking about all the food.
Seafood on Wollaston Beach. That's what I like. I love that stuff.
Yeah, but we're rambling.
Tony's Clam Shack.
Clam Shack.
All right, but we're getting into Patreon territory here.
Yeah, okay.
So we'll end it there. We loved our meal.
Yeah, really did. Just a little upset that it was cold, but who cares? It's good.
But anyways, everybody, thank you so much for joining us in this Disney dining video. We hope you enjoyed it. Leave your comments down below if you've ever eaten here before. What did you get? What did you think? We'd love to know, and I'm sure everybody else would too.
Or your favorite Disney restaurant at all.
Yeah, or your favorite place to eat in Disney Springs or whatever. We want to know all that stuff.
You're
Comment it.
keeping the accent here.
And smash subscribe
Smash
because
subscribe.
we're going to be doing lots more dining shows and you don't want to miss it.
Yes.
All right, see ya.